To get rid of those pesky ads, request stories, listen to unlisted and bonus episodes, and to chat with the gang, support us by clicking the description link.
We got a very special birthday.
Yes, we
boy,
do.
A birthday boy.
You know that you say birthday, right?
That's how 50 Cent says it.
He does.
Birthday.
He does. It is your birthday.
Why are you clearing your throat like you're about to sing a song?
You want to sing it, Nick, please?
No.
She don't know how to sing that damn song. They want a duet.
No.
No.
Nobody wants me to sing.
They all want y'all to sing. Duet. Here we go.
Can I go now?
Yeah.
Both of y'all. Look, it's both of y'all on the TV.
Surprise shots, surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise. We always harmonize, though. It's always good.
And so this is a surprise shot dedication to Chris. It's also Chris's birthday today. And I believe he also got some good news that he's cancer-free.
Oh, you confirm that?
Or he's got an appointment to confirm, I think, like next week. But everything was looking clear and good. So congratulations
We wish you well.
to you, Chris.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's awesome.
To the
Hopefully.
best of health.
Cheers.
I picked this one out for you, Chris.
Chris, are you a 19-year-old girl?
I picked it out for him.
We just drank Fireball for you, bro. What the fuck?
You know what? At least that handle that Jen brought over for one surprise shot way back when is finally gone. So it's no more temptation for John.
If you request a real shot, we'll take it. I'm just saying.
You say that like you don't drink Fireball.
Straight from the bottle.
I do drink it from the bottle like a boss. I'm sorry I've been a little out of it this week. So here's the thing. This website, we're paying $130 a month for this fucking website for 100,000 visits, which seems like a lot. But then like I got 246,000 last month and they kept emailing me like, excuse me, sir, like you need to upgrade your plan. I was like, dude, I'm already paying you $130. Like, what the fuck? Upgrade it to what? Like, I was like, no.
This is the conversation you're actually having with customer support.
And I can actually see that. Like the transcript of the live chat would actually look like this.
No, literally.
I know.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, like I got a lot more. Like, what the fuck? I'm still paying you $130. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So they were like, sorry, this is a good, what was it? Like a good faith program where, you know, we'll let you have more visits, but, you know,
You're
good
gonna
faith.
need to upgrade.
I'm like, bitch, you're running a business. I would never run a good faith business, motherfucker. Like, this is, and also is a murder podcast. Like, what the fuck? Good faith. So at the last day, I switched over completely to a different website. I had to like upload all the posts, like every fucking thing. And so I think I got it worked out. But now you guys can be able to log in with your Patreon email. All you got to do is put your email that you signed up for Patreon in. And these stories, you can see all the photos and comment on there. And that'll be just for you guys. And then, you know, eventually I'll make those, some posts public and some posts private, stuff like that. But it's mainly just for you guys. It's a pretty cool system.
So it's like their username is their email from Patreon.
Yeah.
And that's their ticket to get in.
Yeah. So I guess you put your email in it, and then it emails you a one-time click link, and then you
cool.
and you can.
When did
stay
you
on.
do that?
All this week.
Yeah, it took a long time.
I'll have to
guys,
check
like,
my junk email.
fucking long time to do, but should be better for you guys because I know some people, obviously, if you're just listening to the podcast, you're wondering what photos we're looking at and stuff like that. And I have not been posting them for a while because of this website issue. I knew I wanted to move, but I didn't know where to go.
I went to the
I went to the dark web, obviously.
Before we start, I think I am actually going to grab a beer because both of those are looking at me. And
They're telling you how delicious they are.
This is a request from the Discord. I don't know who requested it, but no one has claimed it. So let me go and see who requested it. It's a fantastic story. I'd never heard of it before. It was really hard to get accurate information for this story. And one of the big sources I used was the Miami Herald, but it was the Spanish version. So I had to translate a lot of it. And I didn't pull any of the information from bullshit blogs or YouTube videos or anything like that because I can't trust that shit, right? But I think I got it mapped out pretty good. It is a weird case. And I'm surprised I've never heard it before. And let's see who requested that. So I'm in the Discord right now under the request. This also tells you guys that I do actually really read these requests.
Except for the ones that I submit.
Correct.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Our requests don't matter.
I put in a good request this morning.
So this one was requested by, and don't spoil it for these people. Don't spoil it for Jen or Naquiz.
Did you hear that he called us these people?
But this is requested by Shram. And the story is of Cayetano Santos Godino, the youngest Argentinian serial killer to have lived. And his name, there's something very unique about it, but like I said, don't spoil it. But his name is Petiso Orejudo. Tonight we are going to Argentina. Now, I couldn't find an exact address or anything. This is an old case. So I'm actually starting this tonight, December 3rd, 1912.
Ooh.
And we do... Go ahead, Jen.
That's the same year as the Titanic.
What, when it was built or what?
When it set sail in April.
And
oh, no, wait. Was it? Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure.
You sounded so confident I wasn't going to...
According to TikTok, God.
No, it is 1912. I know it's 1912. I just don't know what day in April.
April 15th is when it sank.
Tonight, we're going to Argentina. I don't have an exact address, just that we are in Argentina. December 3rd, 1912, the Argentinian police discover a corpse. And I do have a photo of the body. It is a 3-year-old child.
Oh, I already don't like this.
Well, I didn't pay you to like this, Jen. I paid you to show them titties. I'm just kidding.
First of all,
this isn't that kind of show.
Second of all,
that's our after show.
You have never seen these titties.
You see one pair, you've seen them all, Jen. It's like balls.
These titties aren't the same either. They're shrinking.
All the balls look the same unless you got a third one. Which there was a guy in my unit that had a third ball. It was so fucking weird.
What?
Yeah.
That's like people who have 3 nipples. I think you have 3 nipples.
Yeah, it was a third ball. Like it was there.
It would be more like a third boob, honestly.
No, it was a ball.
No,
Yeah.
she's saying like the
commonality. The comparer, it'd be like a third boob.
Yeah, secondary. Well, no, balls are primary sex organs.
I'm saying like visual mound type. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't he didn't like opt to have it removed or anything?
Fuck, why would you? What the fuck? That is
extra fertile. Oh, okay.
He's a third more of a man than all the other men. What the fuck? That's like God.
Is he sure it was real and not like a tumor? Like
you're like winning the lottery. Yeah,
are you
real.
though? Are you winning the lottery?
I wish I had 3 balls because I always because I have to pee all the time now that I'm getting older, and like I need more of.
You do realize that having a ball does not hold your pee. Like that's your kidneys, not your balls. You can probably feel it down there, but like.
All right, tonight we're going to December 3rd, 1912. Police find a corpse, and I'm not good at names, but Gesualdo Giordano is the baby's name, and this is a baby. And this is the photo right here. This is of the decedent, so trigger warning.
Oh, God.
That's the death photo, or that's just a photo?
No, that's the death photo. One thing you can tell right off the bat, you look at his feet, look at the baby's feet.
They're gone.
No, they're there. They're just tied. You see this little rope?
Oh, okay.
Rope.
Oh, well, I couldn't see the feet. Are they in a sack?
No, Jen, this is a picture from 100 years ago. It's
there's a foot. Okay.
In the face, you can't really notice anything.
Looks beaten.
Yeah, very beaten. You see it right there. And there's some other traumatic injuries. The police find this corpse, 3 years old, and this was December 3rd, 1912. Hands and feet both tied. The body was beaten. Nearly every bone was broken. A rope was twisted so tight around the child's neck that it was strangled too, that it was left there in fear that it was actually like holding it in place. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't even cut off that at all. And there was something that was even worse than that. And I know you can't tell, going back to the photo, you can't tell because it's black and white and really old. But on the head area, there was this. The child was beaten with this rock right here. And then lodged inside the front of its forehead was this rusted nail. So that's the nail right there.
God.
So this shit just got real quick. So Ah, man, I just brought down the mood fucking quick.
We're at a low. Let's build this one back up.
El clavo was stuck in the toddler's head. You saw it. El clavo means nail. Looks like a big old construction nail. I just showed you the photo. Pretty large. The killer was caught, and the killer also attended this child's wake. And when he was finally caught and asked why he would do so, he said that he was curious if the doctors had removed the nail or not. And they have. And he was very upset about that. So that's who we're dealing with tonight. All right. Now that we have brought down the mood.
I guess, no, I'm not going to go on that soapbox today.
Well, why? It was a short story, so you can talk.
Wow, thanks. This day in Talk Murder to Me History, John gives me permission to speak.
If you make me a sandwich. Just kidding.
Well, you know, I used to be a sandwich artist, so.
Yeah, on Subway.
Eat fresh.
They changed their menu, you know.
To what?
I have not
They were
eaten a
serving-
Subway sub in a long time.
Neither have I. I like opt not to go traditionally
That's fair,
because
'cause
like
you work there.
and the scent is something you don't lose. Like you walk in
Yeah.
there for 30 seconds and you smell like a sandwich all day.
Wasn't there a case where someone tried to bring to court like the $5 footlong was only 11 inches? And I think the judge was like, fuck you, goodbye.
What, dude?
Dismissed.
Yeah, so one of the most made...
It's called inflation, and that's what happens when
You
know
proof the bread and it rises and then it becomes big.
Well, you're like, it's a $5 footlong, but probably now it's only a 10-inch instead of 12.
Well, it's like a 675 foot long now.
Yeah.
It's
Or they're gonna shrink the sub and still call it a footlong.
You know, one of the most famous cases like that out there is the McDonald's hot coffee case. But have
Yeah.
you seen that woman and those burns?
burned.
She got fucked up. Yeah, that's third-degree burns.
Like,
they were really bad.
They were really bad.
So
Everyone
actually
makes
a case.
Everyone makes fun of it. Oh,
Yeah.
you can sue McDonald's for having hot coffee.
No,
Dude,
like,
look at her fucking photos, bro. Like she was.
That poor lady did not know what she was getting herself into when she
No,
opened that coffee cup.
Let me bring it up.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen the photos.
through her clothes too. It's not like she was sitting there without pants on and poured the coffee on herself.
Oh
like,
my god, dude.
they were really bad.
Let me show you this
I
photo.
was in I saw the first time I saw
Crazy.
those burns. I was in my sociology class my senior year.
Isn't this amazing? This is how we are lightening the mood from a child murder. Is let's
To
look
an
at
old lady's third-degree burns.
burn photos. What the fuck is wrong with that?
And I don't even remember the original point that I was going to say when John told me that I could actually speak.
Oh god. Oh my fuck. Yeah, dude.
The cups do say caution hot,
No, but this is
but yeah, like
So it's like John's equivalent of adding a disclaimer in front of our episodes.
yeah,
though.
mature audiences only.
Yeah.
So if anyone says that, oh, you can sue anyone for anything, that was such frivolous bullshit, you can tell them to look up this photo here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What was the temperature of this fucking coffee?
That shit must have been boiling.
It was like, it was like 110 degrees or something like that.
It was like lava, bro.
Yeah. And this poor little old lady was just trying to have her morning coffee.
Yeah, she's older. I mean, look at these burns here.
Holy fucking shit! Oh my god!
Jesus fuck. This is her right here.
Oh Lord, she could run me my grandma Blanche.
Blanche.
We used to make fun of this, but I hope you got millions of dollars, lady. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cayetano Santos Godino. This serial killer is also named El Petiso Orejudo, Orejudo, which means in Spanish, little ears. He's also been known as, quote, by the press, quote, a monster and a degenerate. And he's also known in the American, because El Petiso, he's known as the Little Pest. So his name is Little Ears. That's what El Petiso Orejudo stands for.
See, I thought that meant eyes, so I'm interested into. Maybe
that's
I'm just don't know how to
oros.
speak Spanish.
That's oros.
Yeah.
Oros. Oros.
Oh no, ojos. Ojos is eyes.
Ojos.
You're right.
Ojos. Ojos.
Nope.
Melones.
That one may have been more accurate. Anyway,
What do you think this guy looks like? His name is the Little Ears. So he's a serial killer's called by that. It's
well,
kinda
you did tease us that it was the youngest. So
I would say he is a child, but he doesn't have little ears. He has big ears.
Well,
He's
he
a
is-
little person with big ears is what I would say.
he's also a grown man at this time. Well, he was arrested at 16, which we're going to get to. He's pretty much a man. But this is what he looks like.
he's a teenager. He's not an adult at 16.
This is what he looks like if you can describe him. His name is El Petiso Orejudo, the Little Ears.
Aha, see, I was correct.
How many stations do you think he could pick? I'd have made that joke. So describe this guy with little ears.
He doesn't have little ears. He has large ears.
And they are protruding quite a bit.
I would say I would call him Elefante.
So remember, this is in Argentina. He looks Argentinian, right?
He looks Hispanic. Yeah. I mean, he could also look Italian too.
Yeah, he's a dirty Italian, yeah. I mean, Italian, not dirty.
Well, just he has darker features, so like that's typical with Italians or people of Latin heritage.
Well, so Nicole's really smart, so she can tell us why an Italian is in Argentina around this time. Between 1876 and 1926.
Wait, he's Italian?
Why did a bunch of Italians move to Argentina?
Guidos?
Guidos. Why did a bunch of people from Jersey Shore move to fucking...
First of all, I just want to apologize to the Italians because I think
I
they're
don't think
great.
we have many.
Oh, I don't know.
A lot of people are. I mean, you just don't know, man. Everyone's a little bit of everything, you know?
That's true. El Petiso Orejudo obviously is like calling a big guy tiny. He's got huge ears. And would you guys think that may have spawned him to be, I don't know, a little violent as a child?
I mean, maybe was he made fun of?
Well, obviously.
I don't
Okay.
know if you could say that it would make him be violent, but it would make him feel self-conscious for sure. And maybe
If he
that
was made
insecurity.
bullied, yeah.
And if that insecurity would lead to him like learning negative coping mechanisms like being violent, then yeah, sure, you could say that indirectly caused it.
Not only was he bullied as a child, which he was extremely bullied as a child, he also is known as the Little-Eared Midget. So he's also, I know that word's not politically correct, but that's what he's called. And this is him after his arrest. So he is 16 there.
16, he looks like he's like 40.
I know, right? He's deformed.
How tall is he?
You tell me. He's
He's
like,
not much taller than the judge.
Yeah. He's not much taller than the other, or not much shorter than the other guys, honestly.
That's what I
but
meant,
he's
shorter.
at full.
So he's like just maybe a little under 5 feet.
But his name is the Little-Eared Midget, which it doesn't really make sense because you would think he's an actual, small person. But he's, I don't know, he's like 5 foot.
That doesn't, that's not a midget. That is not a dwarf. That like he
He's
doesn't
not a
have
dwarf,
dwarfism. He's just small.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's say
he's just a little guy.
Honestly, I don't know how tall he is besides that photo. Let's say he's 5 foot.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be stretching.
there are men like you don't have to have a genetic disorder to be that short. You can
Right.
just be short.
Yeah.
And he's just short. He's short with big ears. That's it.
So he's known as the Big-Eared Midget. He's got huge ears. The first violence that he has inflicted on someone, because he's actually, this guy's got more attempted murders than he does murders. So
Interesting.
his number of victims was 4 confirmed victims, but 8 attempted murders from what I found. That's a big difference. He was born 1896 on Halloween Day, October 31st. So 1896. All right, 1896. His first violent spree happened in 1904. He was 7 years old when he first started being extremely violent. And in 1904, at 7 years old, he's a 7-year-old kid. Now, obviously, the reason for this is he's bullied. His ears protrude quite a bit. And I'm going to tell you why. He's actually deformed, but he was bullied. So in 1904, at 7 years old, he beat to the point of near death a child of 2 years old, threw him in a ditch. After this, his father, because the police came, they took the boy and this man, Godino, to the hospital and police station. Father came and got him. after that day at 7 years old, the father disowned him. Not because of this situation. I mean, that was obviously the catalyst, but the father went into Godino's room, and under his bed, he found a box. What do you think was in the box?
A gun.
Trophies?
Pictures.
Trophies? Like
You
Like
take from
keepsakes.
basketball
Souvenirs.
trophies?
No,
No.
she means like from a crime.
Yeah, from a victim.
Baby teeth.
The father disowns his own son after he finds a box under his bed containing a dead pigeon.
Oh.
In another box, right behind that one, was several more dead birds. Their eyes had been completely burned out and their wings have been broken. He was a animal torturer and killer. He also loved fire. He was also an arsonist.
Did he also
2 out
wet
of
the
the
bed?
3.
First violence in 1904, he beats this kid, 2-year-old kid. He beats a 2-year-old kid to near death using a big stone and throws him in a ditch. You saw the baby from the first murder or the first body found. You saw that baby, and you saw the nail that was shoved in its head. And then you saw the killer when asked, why did you even go to the wake? And they saw him crying. He was not only did he go to the wake, but he was crying. Well, why were you crying? Well, the doctor took the nail out. You know, that's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
what do you think
bad.
his childhood was like? Pretty great.
I'm
right?
going to assume it was not pleasant.
The family immigrated from Calabria. I don't know if that's right or not. The father was basically out of work. He played guitar on the side of the street. He was an alcoholic, just like his wife. And not only that, his father was syphilitic. There were 8 children in total.
A lot of kids.
And Cayetano being the last born. The father got syphilis from one of the street women when he was playing guitar. He got syphilis, and then that syphilis deformed Cayetano's whole body. Plus the alcoholism. He was born with the big ears, and he was a little person, you know.
Small. He was small. I don't know if he was second.
Yeah.
That photo you've seen of him in prison, that's as tall as he's ever gotten. Does that make sense? Like he didn't grow anymore. That was it. So let me show you actually the other photos right quick so we can pull anything. But this is him right here as a kid. I mean, he's not a bad looking kid, but I mean, dude, these ears, I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, I know it's ironic that his nickname was Little Ears, but
Well, in
you know,
in school they would call them little eardrums, and I know it sounds
that does
bad,
make me
but
sad.
I know it sounds bad, but I can tell that this kid was bullied because just
sure.
how kids are, man. And the ears like this, there's no way that he was not bullied, like intensely bullied for these fucking things.
That does
You know what I'm saying?
bullying. Period. Like it just makes me so freaking sad.
So this is him right here. He did go to school for a while, but the bullying was so bad that he basically drifted from one school to the next. And at 7 years old, his father disowned him, which means he's on the street at 7.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
So this is him right here. So he killed a lot of toddlers and very young kids. Now, how do you think he did that as far as got them away from the family? So think about that. First, I want to talk about the Italian immigration from Italy to Argentina, just real quick. From 1876 to 1926, there was a large immigration from Italy to Argentina. The basics of this was for generations, they have been subdividing this farmland. And they actually got to a point where the farmland became so small, so subdivided and so small that they couldn't grow crops efficiently enough because, you know, like one little spot is trying to grow this and another one's trying to grow this instead of growing it all in one big spot because they sublet it so much. So that plus when the wine industry tanked in 1870, that and the farms going bust had about 6 million Italians flee. And they fled to Argentina first because America wasn't the best place to, it wasn't the America of the dreams yet. That was later in the 1900s. But at first, Argentina seemed like the best best place to go. And it was for a while, but then even Argentina went through its own economic demise. But this is interesting because we covered the absinthe episode 10, the murder of Kitty Cat West. We talked about the banning of absinthe. That was also banned right after the wine industry tanked in Italy. Obviously, Italy's the wine country. That's that's how they get all their money. When they're not producing any grapes for wine anymore, they don't make any money. That's why they ban absinthe, because they were struggling so much. But then 6 million of these people fled from Italy to Argentina. I've seen different statistics, but up to 60% of Argentinians today have Italian lineages, which is crazy. There are more Italians in Argentina than there are Argentinians. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he is Italian. 1905, he is 9 years old. The second violence. There's not a photo of this boy, but he was 7 years old and he beat another child. He beat him with a stone. I showed you the one stone that he used to kill the one baby. Stone just like that. Beat this child to near death with this stone. He luckily survived. 1906, this kid was 9 years old. This was the first actual murder, not the first body found. I showed you the first body found, but the first actual murder was a 3-year-old girl named Maria Rose Fase. He confessed this to the police. They didn't even know he had killed her. But after this whole wake incident, when they found the body, he confessed to all of these murders. They had no idea that he was behind any of these. But he had took this girl, this 3-year-old girl, to a wasteland on Rio de Janeiro Street. Now, his MO is simple. He looks like a what? A child. Basically, even as an adult, like even as like 13, 14, 15, he still looks like he's like, I don't know, 6. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if he takes a 3 or 4-year-old by the hand and is walking with them, no one's going to think anything suspicious because it looks like just two kids walking hand in hand. That's normal.
Right.
That's what they do. However, that's his ruse. That's how he got these kids away from their parents. You know, the parents are in the marketplace selling their fruits and all the vegetables, stuff like that. And they look away for a second and he comes and grabs the hand and they're like walking together. No one says anything because it's two kids walking. This kid is actually 16 years old. He takes this kid to a wasteland away from everywhere. I didn't see any sexual assault, but I'm not sure. He did kill male and female. I don't know. But I don't know if he sexually assaulted or not. I doubt they even checked for that. So that was his first murder. He hit her with the rock and threw her in the wasteland. That one, he did try to strangle her. And it was only years later that he showed police the location. They were going to dig up the girl's body, but there was a 2-story house built there. So they decided to leave it, which that happens a lot, actually. All right. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the survivors. So they found 4 deceased victims of him. Mm-hmm. No one knows how many he's killed, 7 or even more. No one has the exact answer, but we do know that he has a lot of survivors that were at the point of near death.
Oh.
And these are the things that he did.
Was it like did he, near death, was it he felt mercy for them and didn't actually end up killing them?
From what
thing, or?
No, that's a good point. From what I saw, it just seems like he just hit them with rocks and threw them down a ditch and thought they were dead. And then they weren't, kind of shit.
Okay.
I mean,
so he still probably intended to actually really kill them.
Yeah.
All right. So doing this for a long time, I think I can put this speculation out there. He likes the torture aspect. He's breaking the birds' wings and burning their eyes out. He doesn't care about killing.
He just wants to cause harm.
Yeah, he just likes the torture aspect. He's a sadist. You know, he likes to break the bones of the birds and everything. There were birds in the box that were dead, obviously, but they were probably dead from starvation. Right. They just had broken wings. He just likes to break the wings. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I don't think he cared about murdering these kids, which is why he has more attempted murders than murders.
Got it.
He would just do stuff like the following. He would burn their eyes out with cigarettes. He would deform their faces with gashes from broken bottles. And he would even bury some of them alive. Ugh. So no one knows how many he's killed. Some of those alive victims actually escaped. That's how we know that he's buried people alive, kind of shit. The ruse he used was he tricked these kids with candy, and he was only, 14, 15, 16 when he was killing. He was arrested at 16. So he would pretend he's a child as well. He would say, hey, you want some candy? Come walk with me, grab their hand and walk away from the market, and then to a secluded location, and then he would torture them.
Jesus.
So pretty bad, eh?
Yeah.
Obviously, his background was shitty. His father, mother, both Italians, both abusive alcoholics. Father was syphilitic, and Cayetano was the last one born, and he was born deformed, and the father would get drunk. He would actually force the son, to drink, get him so drunk, and then beat the shit out of him, abuse him, because, he looked different. And he would take all of his hate out on this kid. And then at 7 years old, like I said, he kicked him out of the house for good. So, this kid really never had a chance, let's be honest. When he was finally arrested at 16 years old, doctors all agreed that he was mentally unbalanced and that his, quote, ears were to blame for his wickedness, end quote. He was sent to prison, where he died in 1944 at the age of 48. His death wasn't natural, however, it was at the hands of another inmate. This inmate was furious when he walks back into his own cell and sees that Cayetano has taken this fellow inmate's pet cat and has strung him up.
Oh, yeah, you don't.
And hanged him off the side of the bunk. So this inmate killed Cayetano. I don't know how, didn't see that report anywhere.
Wow.
But that is that fucking story.
Wow.
And that's all that story. Short and quick and, boom.
Thanks, Trim, for the request.
Yeah. So all of that's pulled from good sources, newspapers, Miami Herald. Even though I
Good
translated it,
sources.
I didn't pull it from any of those bullshit websites out there. But anyway, that's that story, man. I hope you guys like that. Not much to it, but like I said, this is Talk Murder Me. My name is John. I'm sitting here with Jen and Nicole. We put episodes out all week long. Be sure to check out our sister podcast, Among the Dirt and Trees. Go to talkmurder.com to see evidence, photos, and read the blog post on these cases. And if you are feeling frisky, you can support us at patreon.com/talkmurder and become our new Supremo. Our current promotions, you get a Ed Gein comic book, which is really cool. I haven't read it yet, but I've sent a bunch of them out. So you guys should be getting those soon. And you also get a crime photo and some stickers and all that stuff. So until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.